Welcome back. It's the Prognosticators. We're chilling now. It's something we call Kool-Aid time. It's where we drink the Kool-Aid that somebody brings up a topic or a controversial issue. However, we don't have any Kool-Aid because Ben was bringing the glasses and he's sick. So Ben is back in the infirmary. And we've got no Kool-Aid to drink, but we can drink Kool-Aid in our minds.
That's right.
So I got one for you. This is something interesting. Okay. You know, we got football guys. My football guy called me up one night. I was at home chilling, and I was like, hello, what's up? And he was like, yo, what's up? I got this football thing for you. And so I was like, break it down. And he broke it down, and I listened to it. Then I broke out my calculator, and then I came back. And then I was like, okay, cool. Actually, it's my football guy right here calling me for real. Hold on.
Sounds complicated.
Yo, what's happening, man?
It was really complicated. Oh, he's really
yes,
got a phone
sir.
call.
We are. You gonna come in? Cool. We'll come get you in 1 minute. Give me a couple. All right.
Okay, man.
All right. Peace. All right, that was my football guy who just called. We're going to go get him, but I'm going to explain that's my other football guy. I got a couple football guys. So this football guy was talking about the controversial call at the end of the Kansas City-Seattle game where Eric Fisher, the left tackle, was called for holding on James Harrison. And he's like, man, they shouldn't really call that and everything else. He's like, I have a way to get rid of holding on the offensive and defensive lines. So I was like, okay, so how do you get rid of holding? How do you eliminate the holding penalty?
I can't wait to hear this.
He came up with the idea to fit the down linemen with special gloves. Gloves where basically their hands are forming like this, and all they could do is kind of squinchy like that with their hands and their digits. But their hands, they will not be able to extend their hands in this manner so they can grab and hold. They're like this, so they block that way. That's what he says. He said, but what about the center? He says the center has one hand like that and the other hand free. And the tackles and the guards have the gloves on. But on the defensive side, the defensive tackles and the defensive ends would therefore have these gloves as well. And so I'm thinking about it, and I'm like, okay, I really kind of wanted to drink the Kool-Aid because it'd be nice to see holding, because holding technically happens on every play. It's just when they decide to call it or not.
Correct.
And in the situation that happened at the end of the Kansas City-Pittsburgh game, they called it, and it actually changed the outset of the game. They weren't able to complete the two-point conversion, and they took it back, and they lost by 2. However, what do you think about this type of special polymer glove made for down linemen?
Wow, Coach. Well, I'm going to start off by asking you. So you basically, or your guy, your football guy, basically wants to manipulate some sort of aspect of the offensive line, defensive line, right?
Yes.
So they're not holding.
Yes.
So what you're trying to tell me is you want to help these $1 million athletes out as much as possible, like a third grade level type of, okay, let's put the gloves on and let's scrunch the hands so that way we can't hold. So you're asking grown men with $1 million contracts to do something that third graders probably should be starting out doing. I am totally against anything and everything your football guy is going to say from here on out.
Okay.
Based on that. Here's the thing. You've been taught since fifth year of your life, correct? On basically the fundamentals of football. And you start from there. And you gradually get better and better through grade school, high school, and college. By the time you're in the NFL, the non-fundamental football league, you should probably be able to do the things the right way. If they're giving you 6 or 7 zeros in your bank account just to make a play on Sundays, you should probably be able to do the easy stuff, right?
Yeah.
So you know what? All that talk, do your job. You're getting paid for it.
Interesting. Coach, I'm kind of with Coach on this one. There's already enough equipment in the game, and in fact, one might say the most obvious piece of equipment, the helmet, is the worst part of the uniform as far as safety goes. But I got to say, gloves. It's an interesting food for thought, I guess, but not really a viable thing. I mean, holding is part of the game.
Exactly. You got to let them call. And I was asking him a little bit more. I'm like, well, what about 3-4 defenses? Because you have linebackers that go. So basically, you know, which linebackers do you outfit with the gloves? The pass rushers, but sometimes they drop back in coverage. And then also, what if there's a fumble on the ground and the defensive guy and the offensive guy have a chance to get the ball? And he's saying that you can really pick up a ball like this. And it's hard for me to pick up the helmet like this. So how can I pick up a ball? Like, toss me that ball. I'm going to try to catch the ball with my hands. And you see, it doesn't work.
It doesn't work.
It's just no Kool-Aid on
We've
that.
debunked that theory.
Yeah, we've completely debunked it. We've moved on. My football guy, this is the first football guy, you know, good. Second football guy has got good ideas. All right, one more quick hot Kool-Aid topic for you guys.
All right.
Quarterback Tony Romo is pretty much going to be out of Dallas.
Yeah, oh, absolutely.
Where does he land? Does he go to Denver or does he go to Houston?
Well, that's a good question. We've definitely dabbled in this topic earlier in the season. I'm going to add a wrinkle to this. What if he stays in Dallas? I mean, they're paying Dak minimum wage, NFL wages.
That's true.
They can afford to open the books and send a little extra Romo because, you know, sophomore year, which you've already said, anything could happen. Dak might not, you know, even perform as well or get injured. It's very possible. And all of a sudden, you've got a scenario where you're not making the playoffs if you don't have Dak backed up.
That's true.
So you kick Tony Romo some extra cash, you know, a kind of compensation for not starting, and you know, you keep Dak up front there, and you keep rolling with your same program.
I mean, the percentages, you know, are definitely against them, and trying to equalize or even better themselves from this past year. You know, next year's going to be tough to get to 12-13 game on the winning side.
Absolutely.
Yeah, that sophomore jinx will happen. It happens every year.
It always does.
Now, granted, with them two cats, you know, with Dak and Easy, they're pretty polished for rookies.
Yeah.
They really are.
Yeah.
I think they're going to hit that sophomore slump next year, but I don't think they're going to take it on the chin like most guys do.
They're going to need a guy like Romo to help with some of that
I think that's what I was getting
sophomore
at.
fever right there.
Is that, you know, keep Romo as like a player development type of cat.
Absolutely.
You know, and
listen
if
to
you
what we're
need him,
saying, Dallas.
if you need him, you're going to
Paid
use him.
backup in NFL history will be Tony Romo.
That's right.
Wow. You heard it here first. Prognosticators will be back.
You haven't lost. You haven't lost it.